ASAT examination gave me like a good example of where, or like what my result was going to be, because the ASAT like was really close to what I actually got.
The ASAT is like a really challenging thing. When I did it, there were around 2,000 students, and it allows you to see what like overall score you got and what your ranking was. So the ASAT is like a close replica of the selective test, except like in a small minority of students, like around 2,000 or so. But this, like, if you multiply it to a scale, you can see how much else you need to improve and what you need to do to get into your favorite school. So for example, I put James Roos as the first option in the ASAT, and then after I got the results, it showed that I was something out of something of the students that got the score, and it also shows the highest score and what they went for. The ASAT allowed me to be more confident in my actual exam because I could see how similar it was to the actual exam. It allowed me to like visualize what would be ahead of me in the actual exam.
So the ASAT examination, it was like exactly like the actual test. Like they had like breaks and all that stuff. Yeah, and so like it like gave me like it was just like a simulation of like the actual test. That definitely made me more confident and more prepared. The ASAT is basically a replica of the real selective test, and the questions again as like STDC were very similar to the real selective test. So that also helped out a lot. I think it helped a lot because it helped me understand what the question really meant, and it saved my time.
The ASAT test was a really good mock for the selective test because it had those qualities in like the selective, and the test was really hard, so it prepared me very well.
The ASAT test is a test that's held near the end of the selective, and then the test is really important because you get to actually analyze your skills. In that test, my score, I reached North Sydney Boys, and then the real one, I reached the exact same. So I feel like that test is really important.
The ASAT was quite useful for me, and because like I often am quite slow in my work, so the ASAT helped me like think about which ways what I should do to go a bit faster, like complete my work underneath the time frame.
It was really accurate compared to the selective test, and it prepared me largely for the actual test. It helped me prepare myself in what kind of questions there are and like the atmosphere of the test.
The ASAT examination was almost exactly the same to the actual selective test, and it was very serious. You could feel that it was very serious inside the room.
I think the ASAT was like a good knowledge for me, like how to work to like do the actual test of selective. So I think it like made me aware of what I had to do and what I had to know.
The ASAT is practically a smaller version of the selective. It's almost an exact replica, which makes me feel like I'm in a test room and makes me prepared for like how I feel, how I want to do, and makes me more, give me more of an insight to what the real selective is going to be about. Because it's kind of like practice. It's a practice test, but then it's also in the shape of the real format. So it gave me more confidence because I knew I've already done something really similar to it before.